government fund. NG-CDF is purely a national government fund that it's under the national government administration, which is under the NG-CDF board. So this notion that is out there that MPs are eating the NG-CDF funds should stop, and it may be made it clear that this is the share of the national government. Honorable Speaker, NG-CDF was well thought, and I want to echo the previous members of parliament who came up with this, so that it can actually get to assist poor schools that have not been constructed well, needy students from poor backgrounds or humble backgrounds across the villages, across the entire country. Honorable Speaker, there are schools, personally I school in a day school, which were very pathetic, in pathetic conditions. They had 2 classrooms, there was no laboratories, there were no modern kitchens and dining halls, hostels. But thanks to the NG-CDF, because most of these are now possible in these schools. And I speak and emphasize the point of day schools, Honorable Speaker, because these are day schools for the vulnerable in the society, not only boarding schools. NG-CDF, I would like to state, it covers all the boarding schools and the day schools. But I emphasize on the day schools, Honorable Speaker, because these are the schools which students from vulnerable schools go to. And NG-CDF has played a crucial role in developing and building these schools. Laboratories in boarding day schools and secondary schools are very important for practicals and the general performance of students. And NG-CDF has played a crucial role in constructing those institutions. Also, Honorable Speaker, in my constituency, for example, Mgwen constituency, partial scholarships are given to close to 6,500 students. And on full scholarships, which are close to 100 plus students in the entire constituency. This would not have been possible if we didn't have the allocation of these funds by the national government through the NG-CDF board. So I want to echo and see the importance. We go around the constituency as members of parliament. It is with a lot of pity, and whenever you engage with the locals back in the constituency, people come from very humble backgrounds. That even if this NG-CDF money was abolished, it would be very devastating, and most of the students could not get a well-deserved education in this country. So I want to encourage the public, the media, the judiciary, to look at this from the perspective where we stand as members of parliament, who we always visit and get the information from the ground. I understand many students from needy backgrounds who benefit from this bursary allocation. Also, this for issues of transparency and accountability. We oversight as members of parliament. Also, we have the NG-CDF board and all the relevant committees who take care of the management and the administrative management of this NG-CDF. Also, Honorable Speaker, I would want to put the point straight that many media houses, many people are calling for consolidation of funds into one kitty. Like everybody is saying, let's consolidate these funds, education funds, so that we can have free education in this country, without taking into account the figures. Like right now, Honorable Speaker, the Ministry of Education or national government has allocated close to 702 billion shillings in the education sector. In terms of bursaries, for example, Honorable Speaker, the total amount of bursary allocation meant for supporting the needy students is close to 20 billion shillings that are awarded by the members of parliament. Counties, all the 47 counties allocate close to a maximum of 10 billion shillings. If you add 20 billion and 10 billion, that's around 30 billion shillings. So if you add to the national government kitty of allocation to the Ministry of Education, that is 732 billion. What do we need and how much money do we need to make education free in this country? According to my own research, I found out that we need close to 1.3 trillion shillings so that we can make the education of this country free. So it does not add much value to say that we consolidate the funds from the Ministry of Education and we consolidate the bursaries that we give from the NG-CDF and make education free. It is not practical. So it is therefore necessary to still have these funds so that we see those who are most vulnerable, those who are most needy cases in the society that require these kind of finances to support them in their education. And for that matter, Honorable Speaker, we give the public to decide because they really know during vetting processes, the public understand from the village elder level. They understand amongst the 10 or 20 students who require genuine support from the national government are these students, and they pick the top most needy students who will then qualify for these bursary allocations. Also, personally, Honorable Speaker, there are a number of schools that have benefited on this, on building on dining halls, like Chepkumia Secondary School in Nkwen, for example, laboratories that are ongoing currently, and the new allocations that have also given so that it can be constructed. A number of schools across the constituency, which I have equitably distributed according to the constituencies in the constituency of Mgwen. So this is the issue, to bring up the issue of transparency and accountability. Also in the allocation of these bursaries, I personally have automated the system so that whoever wants to apply for bursary and needy students, they apply for record keeping, for accountability and transparency. This automation also of bursary system, I think it will be during auditing, either internally and external audit, it would be very easy so that it can be traced easily and also know where the money has gone. So I want to echo and also to support the entrenchment of this NG-CDF, NGAF, and also for the Senate Oversight Fund. It is necessary for the senators, right now that we have the MCAs oversighting the county governments, but we still have the senators and the governors coming to report on Senate and answer some queries based on the spending of money in the county governments. It would also be prudent for the senators to have a little facilitation so that they can go across the county and constituencies, checking on the county projects that have been done. So I think we need to facilitate them. So I want to urge all members of parliament in this house, wherever they are, that next Tuesday we come to support this entrenchment of national NG-CDF and other funds that we've mentioned here, so that we give the right full meaning and also give support to the needy students and build schools that are still upcoming across the country. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.